We start off this week's show with some famous seconds.
And then we have Mike Meyers, not the famous one, just a different Mike Meyers, reading lines from the famous Mike Myers movies.
We're also joined by community activist Dan Loper.
Mindy Popcorn, snacking with popcorn.
And later on, I'll be reviewing some movies for you.
And we wrap up our show by me learning some of the basics of rap music.
But before all that, our theme song. Hit it!
We have a podcast theme song, and this is how it goes. We have a podcast theme song, now you know.
Hey, everybody!
Hello!
Welcome back to the second episode of the Fun Parade, a new age in audio hilarity.
That's the show that we're doing.
That is the show that we're doing.
The second episode.
Second episode, Andy. Are you excited? I'm excited.
I'm so excited. You know what? I was so excited for episode 1.
Yeah.
I might even say I'm more excited for episode 2.
I'm right there with you, buddy.
Yeah.
The first episode, we, of course, started off by talking about Famous First.
Famous First. We had a great discussion about Famous Firsts.
Yes. You know what? And it went so well. And this is the second episode, Andy.
Yeah, it sure is.
And you know what's even better than a first, Andy?
Nothing.
Oh, I disagree.
Okay.
I disagree because I say a second is better than a first.
Now it makes sense why you would have wanted me to say second.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is what I was hoping you would have said, but you didn't.
I ruined it.
It's okay.
That's fine.
You know what we should do here for the second episode? We should talk about some of the famous seconds.
Oh, I thought you were going to say nothing.
No, we should definitely talk about something since we have the podcast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we should talk about famous seconds.
Famous seconds.
And not nothing.
Not nothing.
Okay.
We should definitely not talk about nothing.
Okay, so not famous firsts.
No.
But the famous seconds.
Yeah.
Wow. There are so many, too.
There
now
are.
that you mention it, I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, it's blowing your mind, right?
There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Like, give me an example.
Well, there was that, there was the second person to ever be president of the United States, Andy.
Oh, Harry S. Truman.
Harry S. Truman, that's right. Yeah.
I forgot he was the second. They weren't always just talking about the first president, George W. Bush. What people don't usually talk about is the second, which is, I think, Harry S. Truman.
Harry S. Truman, yeah.
Here's a second, famous second.
Yeah.
Do you got a second? Oh, boy.
What is a famous second?
The second boat ever was invented.
By who?
By the Russian military.
Wow.
Apparently that was a nice boat.
Yeah.
It's just like a rowboat.
Like a rowboat?
Yeah.
How many people could fit on that boat?
Half.
Half a person?
Half of a person. So, it was not an effective boat, but like it floated on water.
So you could like straddle the boat and the shore.
Well, what they were doing at the time is they were cutting a lot of people in half.
Oh.
But they needed to get those people across the river. So they would say, all right, we'll put the torso on the boat, push it to the other side of the river. Harold on the other side is going to take the torso out, push the boat back so that we can then put the legs in there. And so that's the origin story of the second boat. Give me another second.
There is the second hand on the clock.
There is a second hand on the clock.
Yeah. That's a famous second.
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't know about that, right?
It's true. Almost every clock has that second hand on it. So that is, that's the second hand.
There's the famous second in command.
Okay. So that's a pretty famous person in command.
Pretty famous person in command. We all should know it.
You know what my most favorite famous second is?
No, what is it, Andy?
The seconds I take at Thanksgiving.
Oh, you dog.
I always eat all my food and I go, seconds, please.
Oh. Yeah, well, that never happens in my household. Not with my wife's casserole.
That is a miserable casserole.
Yeah.
No one wants seconds.
My wife's casserole, it was the first pavement ever used on roads.
Listen, we talked about firsts last time. We're talking about seconds
I should have brought it up then.
Yeah. You missed your chance to talk about your wife's casserole and its role paving roads.
Second person to ever give birth to a dog.
Oh, to a dog? The second person to give birth to a dog? Harry S. Truman? Is he the second person to give birth to a dog?
It was actually Will Smith.
Will Smith?
Yeah.
Are you calling Willow Smith a dog?
No, it wasn't the famous Will Smith.
Oh, just some guy named Will Smith.
Not some guy. He gave birth to a dog, Andy.
That is pretty important.
I'd say that's more impressive than just
about Will Smith's career.
Yeah. Oh,
Ooh, zing. I should have put a little zing alert.
Yeah, Zing Alert.
Ooh, whoops.
This has been Zing Alert.
Yeah, with Tony Zing. It's my stage name. For Zing Alert.
But now I know what you're saying.
You know what? It seems clear to me now that famous seconds not really as famous as famous firsts.
You know what? Now that we've both heard it out loud, I kind of agree. Yeah, not as
when
famous.
we talked about famous firsts, we were rolling. We had so many
There
examples.
was that one person
And
that
the
did
other
that one thing.
and the other one. And now famous seconds were like,
Yeah.
who did what second?
Yeah.
Who cares?
Who cares?
All right, you guys. Thanks for bearing with this. Hope you enjoy the rest of episode 2, the most famous seconds that will ever be in the world. Episode 2 of this podcast. We'll see you around, folks.
See you around. And now we're joined by Mike Meyers. Not the famous one, unfortunately.
You know what my favorite movie is?
Shrek.
That's exactly right.
Oh!
How'd you know?
You told me to say it.
Oh, right. I forgot I wrote it down for you. Yeah. Guess who's in Shrek?
Shrek?
Yeah, but who plays Shrek?
Oh, I don't know.
Mike Myers!
Oh, really?
It would have been lovelier if we got the real Mike Myers in the studio.
For sure, Andy, for sure.
But when the door opened, the guy sitting here walked through.
Yeah.
And immediately I was like, that's not who we're looking for.
Yeah, we're not looking for you.
Can I interject? I'm getting paid in grapes. Not money. Grapes.
Our agent assured us that the real Mike Myers, I don't know if you've seen any of these delightful films that you weren't in, the salaries were negotiated in terms of grapes.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's one of those fun facts that they don't want you to know from Hollywood.
That is a fun fact, Andy.
It's so fun to know that.
I know, I'm having so much fun.
It's a fun fact, but it's a horrible reality because I need money and all I have is a bag of grapes now.
Yeah, but you're not even really Mike Myers, so.
Let's just get this over with.
All right, we have here the other Mike Myers slinging some lines from one of the classics of American cinema, Shrek.
Donkey. There's a donkey. Someone tie up that donkey. It's loose and it's eating all my grass.
All right, thanks, Mike.
That sure was something.
Once again, sorry everybody for getting the wrong guy in here. I assure you that if the real Mike Myers was in the studio right now, everyone would be a lot happier.
Yeah, for sure.
Until next time, eat those grapes and never stop chomping. All right, welcome back to the show. We've got a special guest here for a brand new segment we're really excited about, where we bring people from the community who do really great work in our city here. We bring them in to get to know them a little better.
Well, I, for one, am truly excited about this. We're here with Dan Loper.
Hello.
Welcome, Dan.
Thank you for welcoming me. This is a very welcoming studio you guys have here.
Yes.
Yeah, we try to be. So you are a member of the community. You do a lot of work for the community, but let's start with what you do for a living.
You know how when you're on the street and you see cones set up, and then you see caution tape in like the same area? Yeah. I work inside of the caution tape. Oh. So I pave streets and I jackhammer streets.
Would you say you're a real man on the street then?
No.
Okay, anyway, so you do that for a living.
Yes.
What is it that you do for the community?
Yeah. Well, I have to say that I love kids.
Oh.
So I help out kids and I read to them.
And what experience do you have with kids?
Well, a long time ago I was one.
And how often are you reading to kids?
Oh, I'd say roughly 3 to 4 times a day.
And I think you told us before that you do this at a library. So is this the sort of thing where you have a program that the library puts on? You got like 20 kids, you're reading to them, having a good time?
I believe the library does have programs, but that's not me.
Do they even know that you are there?
They might, but I don't know. They don't really ask any questions.
Okay.
So where do you get these kids that you read to?
I just find them in aisles, looking for books and stuff.
In the library?
In the library, at schools.
Okay, so you obtain children at the library, and
Or
you
other places,
or other
yes.
places, sure, and you
specifically
read
the library.
them. You read books to them. What kinds of books are you reading?
I like this. I like to make sure children get a real experience of what the world's like. So I read to them children's books, but sometimes they have a little bit more of a mature theme to them.
You're teaching the kids real-life events.
Yes.
You're not trying to sugarcoat it.
No. I feel like Dr. Seuss does a great job of not sugarcoating things to kids.
So Dr. Seuss is one of the things that you read to kids?
Yes, that and thousands of other things.
That's great. But I think you also said that you write your own fiction as well. Do you read your own stories to these kids?
I do. I'd say about 90% of the things I read to children are my own works.
Oh, originals.
Yeah.
What kinds of stories are you writing?
Actually, I have an example of one if you'd like to hear it.
Sure. Yeah. Let's go ahead and hear a Dan Loper original story that he reads to children he finds in libraries.
It's called A Joyful Day at the Amusement Park. Wednesday, July 9th, 1980. A 26-year-old male was killed at an amusement park in Missouri when the ride operator of the roller coaster mistakenly assumed that the train in which the victim was riding was empty and switched the track to direct the train to a service area. The area which the service track ran through was of low clearance, and the victim's head got jammed between the back of a seat and an overhead wooden beam. Wooden beam.
Oh,
boy.
okay. Not the kinds of stories that we were expecting.
Yeah, I didn't hear any like that as a kid.
Well, the kids really enjoyed it, so
How do you know that they enjoy it?
they tell me that they like it.
Do you make them tell you?
No, they volunteer the information.
We were wondering, though...
Maybe steer clear of the original stories. How about go with like a classic? Do you have any classics that you usually read?
Sometimes I read Dr. Seuss to the kids.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I love
That
Dr.
is a classic.
Who doesn't love Dr. Seuss?
Great.
Yeah, and one thing I like to do is read those books in my Bill Clinton impression.
Wait, hold on.
Ooh, you do impressions, huh?
Yeah.
I do about 38 impressions.
Well, gosh.
Wow.
Maybe you could read a story to our listeners in your classic impressions?
I'd love to hear
I
one.
would love to do that. How about green eggs and ham? How does that sound?
That sounds great.
Perfect.
All right, well,
I
when
brought it with me, so
Very good. I'm glad that you have a whole satchel full of books.
I do.
Yes.
Do you carry those around with you all the time?
Yes.
Just in case you find a child?
Yeah.
All right, well, when we come back, get the kids around the radio, because we're about to send a very happy Dr. Seuss story out to them with our community person, Dan Loper. We'll be back in a second.
That Sam I am. That Sam I am. I do not like that Sam I am. Do you like green eggs and ham? I do not like them, Sam I am. I do not like green eggs and ham. Would you like them in a house? Would you like them with a mouse? I do not like them in a house. I do not like them with a mouse. I do not like them here or there. I do not like them anywhere. Oh, hey, it's my buddy John. Come here, John. Hello, guys. I'm gonna read some book now. Would you eat them in a box? Would you eat them with a fox? Not in a box, not with a fox. Not in a home, not with a mouse. I would not eat them here or there. I would not eat them... Hey, Bill, get back in here. No, you keep going. I would not eat them here or there. I would not eat them anywhere. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. Oh, look, it's my good friend Patrick Warburton.
Hey, how you guys doing? Alright, let's read this book. Would you, could you, in a car? Eat them, eat them. Here they are. I would not, could not, in a tree, not in a car, you let me be. I do not like them in a box, I do not like them with a fox, I do not like them in a house, I do not like them with a mouse.
I do not like them here or there. I do not like them anywhere. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am.
I'm Mindy Popcorn, and this is Snacking with Popcorn. This time on Snacking, we'll learn how to make the most scrumdiddly-umptious excuse for a full weekend indoors. 'Cause what are you gonna do outside, you silly gooses? Have you ever been in the basement watching 1970s docudramas on your parents' first TV set when that classic mildew smell gets you hankering for a snack? If so, I've got the solution. Mustard soup. Delightful. Mustard soup is a classic snack dating back to at least my teenage years. It couldn't be simpler to make mustard soup. First off, you're gonna need to get a hold of some cheap mustard. You don't have money for that expensive stuff. Plus, it doesn't taste any different. Anyways, your cats might be hoarding your supply because cats are sneaky little mustard lovers. But I found that you can easily wrestle it away from them. Just give them a couple pokes in the belly and then one swift kick in the stomach. Get some of that mustard into a soup bowl or a regular bowl or a cup or just your hands. I'm not the boss of you. If I was, I'd tell you you need a haircut. Anyways, you're gonna add some water and make it into a nice broth and let it get hot in the microwave or something. I don't know how electricity and heating things works. Whenever it gets warm, you're gonna put some garnishes on it. The sky's the limit. But really, whatever you already have in your kitchen is the limit. 'Cause we're both poor. I like to add relish, saltine crackers, and more mustard to mine. But you do what you want. Again, I'm not your boss, but if I were, I would tell you to add some relish, some saltine crackers, and more mustard, because that's the only way that mustard soup is good. Now you're gonna eat the darn thing and get back to your docudramas and that delightful mildew. Well, that's all I got time for. But remember, when you need a snack, look no further than Mindy Popcorn.
Welcome again to the segment where we have our resident film critic, Danny Stratton, in the studio. He's going to review a movie for us that he recommends that we all watch.
I watched a movie this week, and
Good.
I'm going to review it.
Great. So you saw the movie.
Yep.
You're going to review it.
Yep.
What are we going to talk about?
We're going to talk about the classic Hollywood film, Wizard of Ounce.
Wizard of Ounce. I haven't ever heard of that movie.
Yeah.
That sounds interesting.
It's an old classic, I believe back in the 20s.
Okay.
And, it's a film everybody knows. Everybody's seen it. It's a classic.
Yeah, that's weird. It must have slipped through. I haven't heard of the Wizard of Ounce. What is it about?
It's about a wizard who
Okay.
only weighs 1 ounce.
Wow, and that's a classic, huh?
Yeah, he only weighs an ounce, and everybody's like, "Oh, not to really spoil. I'm not going to
Okay.
give
Yeah,
too
don't
much
spoil
away."
it.
But everybody comes in like, "Wow, you only weigh an ounce. That's crazy." Like most wizards, they weigh a lot more.
That's the whole premise?
That's pretty much the whole movie.
Well, okay, so who's in the movie?
There's Judy Garland. She made a career out of this movie.
Judy Garland was in the Wizard of... Now, hold on. Wizard of Ounce?
Yeah.
Are you sure you're not talking about the Wizard of Oz?
Well, they shortened it. The title was running long. They had to abbreviate the title.
Yeah, so OZ, you're saying, stands for ounce.
Yeah, well, maybe they changed the title here in America. It might have been LBs. You guys don't have the metric system.
No. Wizard of Oz is a classic movie. Oz. It's about the land of
I've
Oz,
never
and
heard
there's
of
a
it.
wizard there. You saw the movie, right?
I saw the Wizard of Ounce.
Okay, answer me this question.
Uh-huh.
On the DVD cover,
Yeah.
could you have read that as The Wizard of Oz?
Yeah, sure. You could have.
That's The Wizard of Oz. Did you not actually watch it?
Look, I have to confess, I didn't ever
Come on.
watch this one.
You come on before saying you watched the movie Saw,
Yeah.
reviewed it, said it was great.
Look, I thought that was a pretty good review.
It wasn't accurate. You didn't actually watch it.
Most reviews are
You
inaccurate.
come on, I told you specifically to watch the movie this time.
Yeah. I tried. I didn't have time.
Alright.
I watched Saw. It was great.
Okay. I'm glad that one was good. Next time
Not
when you
at all
come
what I
on,
said it was.
I know. I was sure of it at the time. Next time you come on, watch the movie. No, don't watch it after you review it. Watch it first. Then think about what your review will be.
Okay.
Then we'll record another one.
Yeah, I got it. Got it this time.
Okay.
Yep.
So next time,
Yep.
you're going to do it
I will.
the right way.
Uh-huh.
You're not going to disappoint me.
I'm not going to disappoint
You're
you.
not going to disappoint the listeners. No. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see you that time.
Rap Dandy! And we're back here with Rap Dandy, and I'm joined by our guest this segment. Kamari Stevens is here.
Hi there, folks.
And, of course, Andy is here as always.
Hello!
Yes, and Kamari and I discovered something pretty recently about Andy, which is that he is the whitest person that we know.
Yes.
And I consider myself to be somebody pretty white and not knowledgeable of too many things outside of the white culture. We discovered this recently at a place called Surly Girl what was...
NWA was mentioned, and Andy had the most confused look on his face, and one of his guesses as to what NWA
What was your
meant.
guess, Andy?
I genuinely made the guess that stood for the National Writers Association.
Yes. Now, anybody familiar with the rap group NWA? It has not. They were writers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I thought that was a reasonable guess. Because you were talking about raps music. And
Raps.
Well, yeah, whatever. You have to write the words for these ditties. And so I thought maybe National Writers Association was a decent guess. I still stand by the
The
guess.
actual
In his head, when he said ditties, he sounded cool.
actual acronyms definitions: niggas with attitude.
Oh, see, I had actually forgotten what it did stand for.
It's funny because, like, I believe NWA's first album is Straight Outta Compton. So National Writers Association's debut album, Straight Outta Compton, with such gorgeous hits as "Fuck the Police."
That's them?
Yeah.
I've heard people use that phrase in conversation.
Fuck the police.
Conversation.
I can pretty easily say I've never actually heard that song.
Okay.
But I've heard people reference
Who would you
those
guess
words.
is in NWA?
Oh, I think that's a great, yeah.
So it's a collection of individuals? Not one guy? I guess
He's definitely not going to guess one.
Yeah.
For sure. I know you're not, because it's 4 members.
Okay.
Four.
I thought
members.
3.
It's
but,
like a boy band.
okay. I was thinking 3, like 1 for each letter.
All right, guess.
So I have a limited. I know it's not Eminem. I know.
He knows it's not Eminem.
I could. That's one rapper I know,
Wait a minute.
and I could guess that acronym wouldn't apply. To
Okay,
that.
yes.
It for sure
Yes,
wouldn't.
yes.
The other one I know, which I said moments before I got Kamari his drink just now, is Ice-T.
No, Ice-T is not one of the members.
Not in there.
No.
Good guess.
I couldn't possibly even start. Can you give me a first name? They have first names and last names? Iced?
It's an ice. It is one
there's
ice.
a different iced?
Ice.
Ice. Like Ice-T
Ice
is...
Cube, that's a thing, right?
Yes, yes.
Got one.
Yes.
So that's one of 4.
That's
Was
one
that
of
the
4.
one that you didn't think I'd get?
No. It's one that you're just not going to get.
Okay, so we have Ice Cube, this mysterious guy that I'll never get.
2 other members.
I don't. Can I get a first name or Ice? Is Ice?
One of them was a doctor.
Doctors Without Borders.
Great rap name.
All right, tell me what the doctor.
Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre. Yes.
The Beats guy.
Yeah.
Beats.
You know him as the Beats guy.
Yeah.
I know him as Straight Out of the Compton.
He was on Doug as the beat.
What time period is NWA?
late 80s, early 90s.
Late 80s?
Yeah.
Oh,
Early 90s.
jeez.
Like 90,
Like Nirvana
92,
era?
93.
Yeah,
It's
they were
like
friends
when
with Nirvana.
Yeah, Nirvana.
They hung out, yeah.
Yeah.
Ice Cube and
And
Kurt Cobain,
Yeah.
you know.
So Straight Outta Compton is a song.
It's an album.
Oh,
as
it's an
well.
album.
And a song.
And a song.
Iconic album.
What's is it like? Could you Would I recognize it if I heard it, maybe?
I don't know. I don't think so.
You should pull it up
Make
on
me
YouTube.
guess.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Can I ask what Compton refers to?
The city.
It's a city in
In
California.
LA. Yeah.
California.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. California. Yeah.
Okay, so it's a song about being a kid. So I pulled it up,
Yeah.
and I have to say that when I searched for it, I didn't spell outa as one word at first.
Straight
Out of Compton.
Compton.
What is this? Okay.
Ice Cube. Attitude.
Oh, everything's explained in the first 2 lines of the song. All right, I can guarantee that I've never heard this before.
They also had another big song from that album called Express Yourself.
What can I? Are there stories in these songs? Like, what is Straight Outta Compton about?
I mean, like, it's about, particularly Straight Outta Compton, like, what they were trying to get across was that you had the bad shit that was going on. Compton is not the greatest area. Gang banging and, Crips
Whoa,
and Bloods
golly.
and stuff like that. Yeah, no, so it's a violent place.
Are all of these members of the? Do you call them a band? What do you call them?
A rap group. A group.
A rap group?
That's a group.
Are they all? Question number 1: are they all friends? And question number 2: are they all from Compton? What's their tie to Compton?
See, now it is some disputes as to whether or not they all were from Compton because in hip hop, where you're from is like a big deal. Mm-hmm. Like that's the thing that if you listen to a Kanye song, he'll talk about being from Chicago. Or, if you hear like a Jay-Z song, he's like, I'm from New York, I'm from Brooklyn. Mm-hmm. As it's almost like stripes. Like, all right, I grew up in this rough part of town. This is where I'm from. But like it's a couple people who was like they might have had shaky foundations as to where they exactly came from. But they were representing the voice of Compton at the bare minimum.
Stupid question. Are they still together?
No,
Okay.
no. NWA disbanded because of like money disputes and stuff.
Ooh.
So that's what kind of ended their.
They thought each of the members thought they were getting way too much money.
They were like, we got to stop this before it gets out of hand.
Yeah.
All right, I think on that note, maybe we'll wrap up this.
We will.
Yeah.
All right, looking forward to learning more next time. I've learned so much. Thank you.
Rap Dandy.
Okay, it's over. Podcast is done. Thanks for joining us. We hope that you enjoyed this episode as much as we enjoyed putting it together. Keep an eye out for new episodes being posted and bonus material coming to the internet near you. I mean, all of the internet is near you because it's everywhere. But suffice it to say, just keep an eye on the internet if you want more of this. This episode of The Fun Parade was brought to you by Cameron's Sandwiches. Sandwiches so good, you won't believe they were made by a guy named Cameron. Thanks go to our guests this week, including Dan Loper, Mike Meyers, Lauren Benkaz, and Kamari Stevens. Thanks again to Kevin MacLeod, Lance Allen, and bensound.com for musical assistance. And now we throw it over to our co-host, and he'll bring you his final thoughts.
Do not count your chickens before they are hatched. You can count those eggs, though. There's no rules against that.
This book is called The Man with the Orange Hand by Dr. Henry Seuss. Chapter 1. Why is my foot wooden? It's wooden, you see. I have to go pee. If I had to go poop, I wouldn't tell you. 'Cause that's my secret. What a man does in the bathroom is no one else's business but his own. Whether it's pee or poop or play the sousaphone. Chapter 2.
Oh my god.
That wasn't Dr. Seuss style.